Hi, this is Kathy. In this video, I'm going to show you how to insert an image into a Google document. Here I have a document with text, and I'm going to insert an image on this page. The first thing that I need to do is to click in the document where I would like the image to appear. So let's say I'd like it to be right around here. I'm going to click right there. And on the menu bar, Insert Image. And this opens the Insert Image window. There's different ways you can insert an image. You can upload an image, take a snapshot with a webcam built into your computer. By a URL, so if you find an image at a website, you can insert it with this option here. Albums, Google Drive, and you can actually search for images. So I'll show you a couple ways. So first, to upload an image, there's a couple ways you can do that. If you have a window open with your images, you can point to that image and drag into this box here. The other way is you can click right here, choose an image to upload. So I have an image right here I'm going to use, this Google Docs book image. You can double click it or you can click once and click open. So as you can see, this image is pretty large, so I'm going to show you how to resize it. Click an image to select it, and then you can edit it. So these little boxes here in the corners, these are resizing handles, and this is a rotate option. So I'm just going to drag into the middle to make this image smaller. When you use a corner resizing handle, you maintain the original width to height proportions. Okay, notice that's still a little bit too big. I'm going to make it smaller still, and I can use any one of these corner resizing handles. Okay, let's say that I want to leave it like that. When you select an image or after you insert it, you have these options: inline, wrap text, and break text. So inline is the default. That means that this image is in line with the text. So it's almost like a character in the text. Let me click off of it. So this is like a character. See how it lines up with the bottom of this line here? I'm going to click on it again and choose wrap text. That allows you to wrap text around the image. So when the image is set this way, I can move it. So now I've pointed to the image and I'm moving it. And I'm going to move it over to the right margin, and when I get to the right margin, see that red line? And that might be a good place to line it up. If I choose break text, it's going to separate the text from the image. And that's actually a good option to use if the image is large and if it's too big to wrap around. And then I'm going to go back to wrap text and show you this margin. So the default is to have 1/8 of a margin around the image, but you can change that. I'm going to make a 1-inch margin so you can see how drastic that is. That's a little big, don't you think? All right, I'm going to change it to a 1/4 inch, and I'm going to move it over here. Okay, so see, when I move it, the text will rearrange around the image. Now I'm going to show you a few ways that you can edit an image. You can crop an image. So this is the crop button right here. I'm going to point to this marker right here. So I'm going to drag it up to remove as much of the stopwatch as I can. So the part that's faded will be deleted. I'm going to press enter, and that takes that out. When you have an image selected on the toolbar, I can reset the image, and then we have some image options. So let's say that I would like to recolor the image. Over here, this is the image options pane. I'm going to click the no recolor, and let's say I want to make it sepia. I'm going to come down here and click this option. Notice it says sepia right here, or maybe I want to make it black and white. You also can adjust the transparency, and you can adjust the brightness and the contrast. And this will readjust it, put the image colors back to what they were before. And when you're done, you can just click this task pane and then click off the image. Now I'm going to show you how to insert an image from a URL. And I think I'd like to do that at the top of the document. So I'm going to click at the top of the document, and on the menu bar, click Insert and choose Image. And I'm going to click By URL. And I found an image here. So I'm going to select the URL by clicking in the address bar, and I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut Control-C to copy it. You could also right-click and choose Copy. I'm going to come back to Google Docs, And right here, I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut Control V. If you're on a Mac, Command V, or you can right click and choose Paste. And then it shows you an example of the image here. And I'm going to click Select. And again, I can resize the image. Sometimes if you use the Resize tool at the top of the page, it distorts the image. See how that's slightly distorted? Unfortunately, the Reset Image or the Undo option doesn't undo those changes that you made. So you could actually delete it and reinsert it, or you could just try to fix it. So I'm just kind of fixing it manually. That looks a bit better. Okay, so in this case, I don't want the text to wrap it around the image, so I'm going to click Break Text. And I'm going to manually center the image. And up here in the toolbar, if I want to put a border around the image, I can click Line Weight and just put a 1-point border. If you want it thicker, you would choose a different weight. And I'm going to click off of it. So now that's what the image looks like. And let's say that you would like to insert an image from your Google Drive account. Again, you're going to click in the document where you'd like the image to be and click Insert Image. Then click Google Drive and navigate to where the image is. This window will show me thumbnails of my images, and I'm going to insert this image of the map. So again, the default is for the image to be in line with the text. So let's say I want to leave this one in line with the text, and I'm going to add a 1-point border to it. So that's what it would look like in line with the text. So we have here an image that's wrapped, and I changed the margin. This image is in line with the text, and it was inserted from my Google Drive account. Then this was inserted from a URL, and I set that to break text, so there's no text wrapped around it, and it's not in line with the text. So the image sits here by itself with no text around it. If you have any questions about inserting an image, let me know. Thanks.